Hi, Roy Williams with Airframe Components, and welcome back to episode 5 of our new building project. As you recall, on December 11th we had our last episode. At that time we had our temporary occupancy permit. We had not moved into here yet. As you can see today, a lot has changed in a month's time. Of course, this year, New Year's Day was on Wednesday, January 1st. On January 2nd and 3rd, Thursday and Friday, we commenced the move into the new building. On Tuesday of the following week, we had our first project going out the door. So the transition from the old building to the new building was very quick, very seamless, very coordinated, and everything went very smoothly. We now have all the working fixtures in place. Guys are up and running with production. We still have some transition back and forth with some old equipment still being in the old building, but for the most part we are functional and up and running here in the new building. Of course, we expect some period of transition over the next month or two of just learning where different tools have been placed, how we should place tools, things like that, but for the most part a very seamless transition. Some other things that are ongoing here, of course, the upstairs parts storage area. We are just now getting the parts shelving into place at this time. That transition of moving parts from the old building into the new building, that will take place over several months. In our last episode, our front entry area was just framed in at that time. Here we are, January 16th of 2020. The front entry area has been closed in and walled up. The front facade of the entryway has been completed and is beyond our expectations. The airfoil over the doorway turned out perfectly, just the way we wanted it to. The front entry area is something we've never had before as far as a proper place to receive customers. The front entry hallway with the brick walls, the raw steel beams, different furniture that we will incorporate into that entry area will be a perfect spot for greeting our customers. We've also had opportunity over the last week or two to start adding in our little extras, if you will, just different items of interest, the memorabilia, souvenirs, artifacts that we will place around the shop. We've had the opportunity to start bringing those items in as well and get those placed around the shop. As discussed in previous episodes, we had various features that we wanted to capitalize on in this building. Motion sensors in the lighting, ventilation of the building, the in-floor heating, all of those different systems are working as expected. The in-floor heating, we have the air temperature set at 65 degrees. That gives us a floor temperature of 68 degrees, and our temperature on the ceiling is only 64.5 degrees. So our temperature distribution throughout the whole building is very even. One other item that we had not discussed in previous episodes was the new Sullair 30 horsepower air compressor. This compressor has its own room. One of the features that we incorporated into the installation of the air compressor was building a ductwork over the compressor to duct that air into the causeway for extra heat. The temperature of the air coming off of that radiator is running about 92 degrees, which is free heat for that causeway area. In the summertime, that duct will be closed and opened up to the outside, so that will be 92 degrees of heat that will not be in the air compressor room. One of our other goals with this new building project was to refine some of our tooling and methods of workflow. This gave us the opportunity to create new tooling, new fixtures, new methods for moving projects from one area to another to help facilitate the projects moving from the warehousing area to the production area. Of course, the personalization of the building is an ongoing project as well. We were wanting to put the Airframe Components logo in various locations. Anytime we can put the logo up on the wall, anytime we can incorporate the logo into a piece of equipment, we're doing whatever we can to continue to make this building a personal project for us. That's all for today's episode. As you can see, a lot has happened in the last month. We expect the next month will be even more productive, front offices being completed and more production up and running in this new building. And come springtime, we'll be able to do our outside finishing work and make the full 100% transition by May or June of 2020.